the world's largest thermal spa is actually nude required. Footpath now to the thermal cave, steam room, water falling from all over in the ceiling, salt rooms, crystal rooms, wet saunas, dry saunas. I felt like I was going through a car wash.
Yeah.
For naturism, it's wonderful. We do frequent a lot of clothing optional places.
This is a clothing optional beach.
Nudist clubs in Oregon and Colorado and California, I mean, all over the United States.
Now we know about it, and now you know about it.
We've done some in Europe since we've been traveling abroad. It's one of the world's largest naturist villages. We're going to walk through the village, I think now, where the shops and restaurants are. Today, we're heading to what I believe is the world's largest thermal spa. As you can see, we're kind of bundled up because it's cold here. It's cold for us. So we've wanted to come here for a really long time, and we finally made it to the area. We'll bring you as much as we can, and we'll definitely give you a report afterwards.
Yeah, we'll tell you all about it.
Supposedly they have 24 different saunas, plus other like swimming pools and stuff. No clothing is actually allowed in any of it, so we're gonna go experience that. This looks confusing.
What does that mean? The zones. This is the U zone, and then, like...
So, how's the train ticket purchase going?
It's delightful.
So it just took us about 10 minutes to figure out what zone we're in. Scott's usually really good at figuring out train schedules and maps. This is pretty confusing.
Yeah, we just have to find the right poster.
We just paid a total of 17 euros for the both of us for an all-day pass to get us to anywhere we need to go. Taking a taxi out there would probably be about 100, 120 euros. So that's why we're doing this. Okay, so we made it onto the train to the Therme. We had to take 2 trains. I was wrong with the price earlier. Whatever I said, we just paid a total of 17 euros for the both of us for an all-day pass. It was just for the local area.
In the metro, the city center.
Yeah, and then we had to buy separate tickets for the train that we're on now, which takes us all the way to the town that the Therme is in, called Erding. So the total price that we paid to get there is 45 euro, but that's round trip. So if we would have taken a taxi, it would have been probably 90 to 100 euro each way. So we're talking like 180 to 200 euro round trip. So it's substantially less to take the train.
We can actually, on that price, we can take as many rides as we want.
Yeah, all day long. So if we weren't just going to one place to hang out, we could actually just hop on it on any train, right? Any train in their system all day long, which is not a bad deal. If you're out sightseeing, seeing different things around the city.
There's one that's called Germany Pass. It's $50 for a month, and you can actually ride any and all public transit throughout Germany for $50.
We're going to be arriving at the Therme here in about 10 minutes, and we'll show you a little bit of the outside as we walk up to it. I guess when we get off the train station, there's actually a footpath that takes us right to the Therme. I think it's just under a kilometer long, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't have to walk too much on the actual streets. There's an actual dedicated footpath to the Therme. We'll find out. So as we do, we almost missed our stop. It seems like we do that everywhere we go.
Yeah, we were just sitting there.
We're just sitting there like almost everybody's getting off, but we thought it was the very last stop at Erding. It's not. It's at the creek. The one stop before that called Outtakes Erding or something. Anyways, we got off just in time, so we're walking toward the footpath now. All right, we're walking on the footpath now to the Therme.
And it is chilly.
Next to a German field that's full of German sunflowers. Okay, here's the Therme. I think this is the back. This is not. This place is ginormous. I don't know where to go. Okay, this looks more like an entrance. So the pricing for the all-day pass is 57 euro. If you want access to the sauna area, which we do, it's another 7 euro. So it's a total of 64 euro each. You can stay as long as you want. Hey guys, so earlier in this video, I believe that we had talked about when we visited the Therme Erding that we would not be able to record the therme itself, and that's true. Because of the nature of the facility, we were not allowed to take cameras in, especially into the nude required area. So it's sometime later, and we're actually in Vietnam right now. So while here in Vietnam, we went ahead and recorded our experience of the time there at the Therme in Erding, Germany, and here it is. Hello, we are coming to you from Vietnam. We had meant to discuss our trip to Therme Erding, the world's largest thermal spa.
Which we thoroughly enjoyed.
We did, but we kind of forgot to record our experience there while we were in Germany. So here we are, sometime later, far, far away. We actually just got home from working out at the gym. That's why we're kind of dressed like this. I mean, although I do dress like this a lot here because it's just sweltering hot every single day.
Either that or he's shirtless, you know.
Well,
it's really hot.
You too.
Because I'm at the beach.
Yeah, we're at the beach quite a bit here. We're actually in Da Nang, Vietnam, but we're not here to talk about that. That's going to be in a future video.
So, Therme Erding was an amazing experience. It is the largest in the world of its kind. It's an indoor therme. They also have retractable roofs, so you get some natural breeze coming in during the summertime. We were there during the winter.
So our experience there started with us obviously arriving, and we paid the fee, which was kind of expensive, but I think it was worth it. It's not something that you do like all of the time. The 60 some odd dollars each that it cost us, 64 euro each, I think was well worth it. And it allowed us to explore for an unlimited amount of time. For an all-day experience, you get full access to everything that they offer. So we arrived, we paid the fee, we go into the locker room, and it's just I think it was mixed gender, wasn't it?
Yeah,
if my memory
I believe
serves.
it was.
There's two distinct areas of the thermal spa. One is for if you're wearing a swimsuit, and the other area is actually nude required.
And that's where you actually, when you enter, you actually change into your swimming suit because you enter into the swimming suit required section of the therme.
So the locker rooms, they do have changing like cubicles, I believe. So you can change privately if you want, but I noticed that some people didn't, probably because of the kind of place it is. It's like no big deal there. You get changed into your swimsuit, and then what we did is we went and explored the swimsuit required areas first.
It's a big open pool, and there's also an area that you can guide yourself to, which is more of the children's area with all of the water slides.
Think of like water park. We've been to some water parks in the United States in the past, and that's kind of what it felt like. I would say a little carnival-y.
Yeah, it was surrounding, like on the outskirts of the pool were restaurants, and children's play areas, that kind of thing. It was definitely more of a family focused area.
Sure. Yeah.
And
a lot of water slides and games and things like that. I believe there was some live music being played, some small bands, like poolside. Oh, one thing that was fun we did in that area was they had like a snake river, what do they call it?
was a very fast-moving, lazy river.
Lazy river, that's what they're called. Yeah, it was actually really fun. We did it a couple times. It was fun. We had a little bit of fun there, and then we spent the majority of our time on the other side, which is the nude required side. And we didn't really know what to expect because we have never been to a facility that large. If you follow us for any amount of time, you know that we do frequent a lot of clothing optional places, nudist resorts, clothing optional hot springs. Gosh, we've been places in New Mexico, like FAYWOOD hot springs. To nudist clubs in Oregon and Colorado and California, I mean, all over the United States.
This is a clothing optional beach.
Where does it say that?
Right here. We made it to the nude beach.
So I think the water this far north is gonna be like ice cold. It's just so calm. You don't have the crowds because there's no big city anywhere close. I don't really ever see this online much.
And now we know about it, and now you know about it.
We've done some in Europe since we've been traveling abroad. Okay, so we are in Porto, Portugal, as you know, and today we're going to try to go to the beach. I believe it's a clothing optional beach. We did a really good video that's actually on our YouTube about EURONAT. It's one of the world's largest naturist villages. Look, there's the sign.
A brochure
Or IDs. It's just part of being human.
There's a lot of respect for the human body. Being human, it's wonderful.
We're gonna walk through the village, I think now, where the shops and restaurants are. Yeah, this place is just massive. It's just everywhere we turn, there's just more and more campsites, more and more.
Best experience by far.
Yeah, so check those videos out if you're into that, like us. Sure. Definitely worth a watch. We spent most of our time on that side, and it was just massive.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how big it was and how many people there were.
When you go into the clothing, or it's actually nudity required area, there's showers and a place that you know, little cubbies that you can leave your swimsuit, because it's connected to the swimsuit area. So you leave your clothing there, shower off, and then you're free to explore. And there are lots of things to explore. Lots of thermal caves, steam rooms.
I remember one of the first areas we went to that we kind of stumbled upon was this big giant room where there was water. It was like a big rain room, I guess I'll call it. Right. There was water falling from all over in the ceiling, and people just like walking around, dancing in the water, having fun. And it was truly amazing experience. And like on the outer perimeter of that area were cold plunges that kind of look like little caves. You see people just plop down in them and pop back out. I don't really do cold plunges because I'm cold water adverse. But it was funny to see people doing that.
Yeah.
And all throughout there's different steam rooms.
There's like probably, I can't tell you exactly how many saunas there are, but there are like dry, wet, in between, like just a ton of different things to do.
And within the sauna areas, there are many different types of saunas. Like they have salt rooms, crystal rooms, super hot saunas, kind of medium hot saunas, I guess, wet saunas, dry saunas, and it was great. We didn't try all of them because we can only take so much heat. But the handful that we did experience were terrific, and I would definitely do that again.
And from there, you can then explore into the pools. And they have a giant cold plunge pool. Further in, a gigantic pool with a huge glass dome, lots of plants.
People, there were actually pool bars, like bars within the swimming pools.
Yeah, and also restaurants in that same area as well. Lots.
And again, this is all, everybody's naked. I mean, a lot of people, especially when they're eating, have towels and stuff around, but not everybody. We didn't actually eat at any of those restaurants that they have. I think there were some plant-based options, but not a lot. So we have learned when we go to these kinds of places to pack snacks, which is what we did. So we would sneak off to our locker area every once in a while and get a handful of peanuts or whatever, just kind of hold us over. We spent some time outside, and you basically go through this little, like,
what you would see in a walk-in freezer.
Yeah, or like, I felt like I was going through a car wash.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're outside in the pool, and it was kind of cold when we were there, but it was really nice outside. I really enjoyed that part. And there's another bar outside where you can get beer or whatever you drink. That was kind of like a lazy river as well outside. I remember there was a good current. You could just kind of relax, and the water would take you around.
And then it had like cutouts so that if you wanted away from the current, you could kind of go into these little seating areas within that as well.
Hang out.
Beautifully designed, wonderful experience.
They also have areas where you can just lounge about and not be in the water, because it's kind of a lot, especially if you're there for a long time. You don't want to be in the water for 6 solid hours.
We were in the water quite a while.
We were in quite a bit, but we also took breaks, and they have tons and tons of loungers all around in all different areas. Some are poolside, some are in like more private areas where you can kind of get away from the hustle and bustle and really relax.
There's some that are like 2 stories up above the pool that you can kind of overlook. It's great.
Yeah. So that's our video about Therme Erding. We really hope that you also have the opportunity to visit sometime. If not this particular Therme, there are many similar locations all around Germany. I mean, there must be like 24, if not more, of facilities very similar to this, just not quite as large. Some of them are run by the same company, and there are other companies that kind of do the same thing. Germany was fantastic.
Yeah.
For naturism, it's wonderful. That was the only time we'd ever been to Germany. We definitely want to go back and experience more of it when we have more time.
Yeah.
So please, visit if you get the opportunity. If you're in Germany, you really should experience it. It's like nothing else.
And thank you for watching the video. If you like our videos and you want to see more content, like and subscribe.
Audio sync. Hey, I was doing it. I think we got it.